a discrete random variable x can only take the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The probability distribution is given in the table. And you have this condition here that the probability that x is greater than or equal to 2 is equal to 3 times the probability that x is less than 2. Find the values of a and b. So we can start by finding expressions for these probabilities in terms of a and b. So greater than or equal to 2, that means we add all the probabilities that are greater than or equal to 2. So that will be a plus b plus b plus b, which is a plus 3b. And then we have probabilities that x is less than 2, which will just be a plus a, which is 2a. And then we have this condition here that probability x is greater than or equal to 2 is equals to 3 times probability x is less than 2. And so we can use that to kind of put these two expressions together. So a plus 3b will be equal to 3 2a. So a plus 3b is equals to 6a, or 3b is equals to 5a. So we shall just keep that equation for now and look at other things. Maybe that equation will help us at some point in solving for a and b. So again, the other thing is that we know that all probabilities in a sample space add to 1, and which means that probably this table should be able to add to 1. So we add all these guys here, so that implies that 3a plus 3b should be equal to 1 if we add all those probabilities. And now this is the point where we can now plug this here, right? So that we can be able to solve for one variable. So what we shall end up with here is 3a plus, so in place of 3b, I'll write 5a is equals to 1. So 8a is equals to a is equals to 1 over 8. Perfect. So we have the value of a. Now, of course, if we have the value of a, we can be able to find the value of b. Yeah. So because we know that b, we know that b from this equation, it will be equal to 5a over 5a over 3. So that means that b will be equal to 5 lots of a, which is 1 over 8 over 3. And if you work that out, you should end up with 5 over 24. It's a fraction. So 5 over 24. So a is equals to 1 over 8 and b is equals to 5 over 24. Now we can be able to plug these probabilities in this table. So in place of a, we have 1 over 8. So that is 1 over 8, 1 over 8, 1 over 8, 5 over 24, 5 over 24, and 5 over 24. Now, now that we have the probabilities, we can be able to proceed to find the values of the mean and the mean of the squares. So let's start with, so this is part B now. So the mean will be given by, so we have 0 multiplied by 1 over 8, and we just multiply the values of x multiplied by the corresponding probabilities when we add them up. So that will be equal to 0 multiplied by 1 over 8 plus 1 multiplied by 1 over 8 plus 2 multiplied by 1 over 8 plus 3 multiplied by 5 over 24 plus 4 multiplied by 5 over 24 plus 5 multiplied by 5 over 24. Now, if you plug that in your calculator, you should be able to end up with a, so that's 1 over 8. Yeah, so that will be 23 over 8. So that will be your mean. And then your mean of squares, yeah, mean of squares here will be equal to, just create more space. So we have the mean of squares. So that will be 0 multiplied by 1 over 8 plus 1 multiplied by 1 over 8 plus 4 multiplied by 1 over 8. Remember, we are squaring the values that x can take to find the mean of squares. Plus 9 multiplied by 5 over 24 plus 16 multiplied by 5 over 24 plus 25 multiplied by 5 over 24. And if you work this out, you'll end up with 265 over 24. And then the variance, which is part C, we know that the formula for variance of x will be the mean of the squares minus the square of the mean. Yeah. So that will be equal to 265 over 24 minus 23 over 8 squared. And that will be equal to 533 over 192.